Hey guys, am I still on? Yeah. Hope everyone's having a fantastic day. Hey, I just wanted to jump on here and talk about a couple things. This Kavenaugh fiasco. And you know, mark my words, what's going to happen, I've been saying it all along, is this woman, his accuser, she's lying, and she is not going to show up because she doesn't want to perjure herself under oath in front of Congress. Mark my words, if she shows up to testify under oath, I think I'll eat my shoe on video, okay? These are all lies. The second woman that came out, she runs some total fruitcake leftist organization, and what was it, 6 people that she said, oh yeah, could corroborate her story, all of them are like, no, we don't recall anything like this. So we need to start holding these people criminally accountable. This is ridiculous, because it's going to get to a point where no decent human being wants to endure this, and they'll just say, no thanks, don't nominate me, for these sort of things. It's just, as soon as you think they've reached a new low, they find a way to go even lower. It's just really sad and disappointing. And I'm actually to the point where the only explanation I can come up with is that these people are actually controlled by Satan. Because I cannot see just kind of independently being this evil and nasty on your own, being like Dianne Feinstein or Christine Ford or this other lying woman. Now the good news is what's his name, Kavenaugh? He, I believe, has been played. I read a tweet, and I haven't verified this yet, but I think he's been played by an anon who apparently had a dancer of a girlfriend, and they bought some burn phones and stuff and started calling him and said they had a story with Kavenaugh and blah, blah, blah. And that's what Kavenaugh, who, jumped right onto that and was going to pay her $75,000 to go on CNN and everything else. And people are speculating that that's why he took his Twitter account and made it so you can't read his tweets, whatever they call that. Loki, hold on please, guys. Would you settle down, dude? Sorry, guys, we're getting close to the dog park. It gets nutty. So, anyway, Grassley, the U.S. Senate, you guys need to step up and confirm this man, okay? And I feel sorry for any Republican senators that don't vote in favor of this guy, because you're a true scumbag if you don't, and the next time an election comes around, you're not going to have a job. Anyway, the other thing I wanted to talk about was this, Ted Cruz, and it just seems like these people escalate the hate, and just their street thuggery increases on a daily basis, and it's just like, wow, when does it end? When did they? I mean, they're threatening U.S. senators. Where's the U.S. Capitol Police? These people have proven that they're dangerous, and now they're out targeting U.S. senators. Unfortunately, we as taxpayers will have to pay for this, but apparently we're going to have to send out U.S. Capitol Police officers with these senators, to act as bodyguards. And here's another thing. Let me just make this clear to all you Antifa scumbags who think your little mobs, you can go around just intimidating people with no consequence. Because I'm going to tell you what will happen to me if I am approached by a mob of people. And when I say a mob, that could be 6 people, in my opinion. 6 people. If 6 people were to come up to me and approach me and either threaten, if I felt they were a clear physical threat, or else even probably I'd wait until the point where they actually hit me. But at that point, I would feel justified in using a firearm and shooting each one of them as they continue to advance. Simply because when you're dealing with that number of people, or a mob of 10, 20 people, once you're down and once you're kicked or knocked out, they can do whatever they want. And I would consider that a threat to my life. So these people need to keep that in mind. And also, these senators, I think I wouldn't be a U.S. senator without, concealed carrying. They need to keep that in mind. Now I got a train. Oh, look at this. I'm going to show you this engine. Always cool to see the trains, right? This putzing across. He ain't in a hurry. That's light cargo load, too. So anyways, guys, they're going to confirm Kavenaugh. I'm confident of that. I wanted to talk about the Dems. I want to talk about a way for you to make money if you're smart, too. There's a website called predicted.org, and I made a lot of money last election. And the reason I made a lot of money is because a lot of nitwits were listening to the media, were listening to the polls. And I knew they were liars, and it was real easy to figure out, because all you had to do was look at Trump rallies and then look at Clinton rallies, which were abysmal. She actually green screened one. I proved it in Greensville, North Carolina. That was a green screened rally. But anyway, I talked about that a long time ago in a video. Predicted.org. Predicted.org. I am betting on two things. Number one, that Kavenaugh gets confirmed, and he's going to. And secondly, there's a really good bet. You can basically put down 30 cents and you buy a share. You need to do your research on this, though, folks, because this is like gambling. So don't put money in that you cannot absolutely afford to lose. Don't consider this your retirement plan. And do it at your own risk and use your own discernment. I'm just making you aware of a way to make money. They currently have shares. You can buy shares that say, no, the Democratic Party will not hold the majority in the House after this midterm election. And those shares cost about 30 cents a piece. I just actually bought some more today. And I plan on buying even more after I clean up on this Kavenaugh charade. And here's the deal. There's two key components that, everybody's talking about, and this is, again, the media, talking about the blue wave and liberals are going to win now, or Democrats are going to win. Now, it is true that oftentimes after a, Republican president wins an election, just kind of the natural balance of things that folks, let me let these dogs out, that folks go Democrat, whatever president wins the White House, they tend to let the House go the other way. It's all balance of power. But I think it's a little different this time around because for several reasons. First of all, the Democrats like Feinstein, Maxine Waters, I truly believe the average American is really viewing them as evil and nutty, and that they have lost a lot of people in this walk away movement who were centrist Democrats or even Democrats who lean to the left, who no longer want to see these people in power, Here's two other key stats, though. And you can check my facts. Gallup just polled, and Republicans have either a 47 or 48% approval rating, whereas Democrats have a 44% approval rating. That's huge. But here is what I say is going to bring about the death of the Democratic Party. And at this point, they really deserve it. And trust me, I'm not a Republican, but I'm damn sure not a Democrat. And that is that President Trump is now enjoying over 30% support out of the black community. Black folks are running away from the Democratic orientation. They are realizing that the Democratic Party has used them, has done nothing for them, and what they're seeing right now is they like the economic policies of the businessman that Donald Trump is, and how that spreads success for everyone, You don't need to pinpoint a certain group. It includes everyone. And, hey, his approval rating among blacks is over 30%, okay? That's the death of the Democratic Party, because usually a Republican president's going to get single-digit support from black folks, okay? So, don't believe this blue wave crap. Get out and vote. You got to do that. You got to get out and vote for your candidates if you want them to win. And, hey, if you got some extra scratch laying around, go to predicted.org, that 30 cents on the dollar, for every 30 cents you spend to buy a share saying that the Democrats will not, take the House in the fall. If they indeed do not, then you get $1 for every share you bought. You paid 30 cents for. If you got a little scratch, it's an easy way to double, triple your money. But again, use your own discernment. It is gambling, and you could lose every dime you put into it, so don't do it with your food money, okay, guys? Anyway, I love y'all. Keep up the good work. We're winning. We are staying above the bar while the evil in our society is just showing themselves like they never have before, and they're just lowering the bar and lowering the bar and lowering the bar. It's causing a polarization of decent people, which most of us are, Democrats and Republicans and independents and every other kind, libertarians. Most are decent people, but it is really polarizing the decent people from the indecent people in this country and in this world. And that was actually prophesized was going to happen due to energetic stuff. But anyways, guys, I love y'all. I'm going to go walk the dogs in the park now. And next time I talk to you, we'll probably have a new Supreme Court Justice. There's one last thing I wanted to say about that. Dagnabbit. It's really important. One of the reasons they are fighting Kavenaugh tooth and nail is because, remember the president's executive order about using military tribunals against traitors. And if you go back and read that, as a renewal of it, I think it is, that you gotta imagine that precedent is going to go in front of the Supreme Court before these people who are under all these indictments actually have to go through military tribunal, which is a much more efficient way of trying them for their crimes. And I think that the Luciferians, deep state Luciferians, know this, and that is why they don't want Kavenaugh or even any other justice other than one of their own on that Supreme Court, because that decision will be the most important decision the Supreme Court of the United States has ever made. And they certainly don't want a guy like Kavenaugh on there. So anyway, keep that in mind as to understanding why they are fighting this so fervently, why they're willing to parade out liars, and why they are doing the absolutely vile things they are to this decent man and his family. Anyways, I love you guys. Take care, and just keep seeing the truth and spreading the truth and sharing it with other people who need it. Thanks. Bye.